Now I'd like to introduce Javier Orteta from AFM Advanced Manufacturing Cluster in the Basque Country in Spain. Not quite sure what Northern Ireland's Champions League equivalent is. Maybe it's Larne or Glentoran.
Good morning. What has a Spanish guy to tell about industry and clusters? I owe you an explanation because probably my credibility is in danger. But we were speaking about environment and difficulties of the environment. And I come from a region that is the Basque Country, in which we have a lot of mountains. It is very rainy. And so many years ago, although we had rain, we couldn't go for agriculture. I mean, it's too hilly, not possible. So we found iron in our region 500 years ago. So since then, we started our industrial production. First, producing farming tools for the King of Spain, weapons, 500 years ago. And until now, we have developed different industries, so aerospace, automotive, energy, and also machine tools. This is what mainly we have in the Basque area now. And machine tools is the origin of our cluster, of my association now. It was founded in 1946. And this related us also is relating us to the cluster experience. The Basque government contacted Michael Porter in 1989. So we were the first industrial association to sign an agreement with the Basque government to develop a cluster strategy. Okay, so AFM, my cluster organization, was the first association, probably in Europe or maybe in the world, to start to develop this cluster strategy. But we were just an association, a vertical association, machine tool association. So we weren't a cluster. So now we are different. So I want to explain the journey. So by the way, those noses of the windmills are produced by machine tools made in Spain. So now we are a cluster. Okay. So we started with an association that was 85 members. We have now 800 members that develop solutions, and we think that we deliver competitiveness to other sectors, to other industrial sectors that we have around. So automotive, as I told you, aerospace and energy are our main clients. And this happened because in the Basque Country, we have a really high concentration of industrial activities. But a really special one was developed. It was machine tools. We have a really high concentration of machine tools. Probably in the province of San Sebastian, that it's called Guipúzcoa, probably the highest concentration of machine tool manufacturers of the world, in the world. So yeah, we had this kind of unique thing that we have. From there, we have developed into an industrial cluster. So what we are now? Okay, so we were founded in 1946. We were the first industrial association to be set up in our country. Now we are the largest industrial association or cluster by number of member companies. I mean, in terms of turnover, there are much bigger clusters than us. But we are 28 people working in the team. We are located in San Sebastian, which is not very common. I mean, normally for lobbying, you go to Madrid. You have to have a central location, but we decided to be in San Sebastian for two reasons. One is that we need to be close to our industry. So around 65% of our members, they are located in the Basque area. So this is one of the reasons. And the second reason is that we are in San Sebastian. So where else do you want to live? I mean, so it's... yeah, so that's the capital city of the region where we are located. This is my team. This is my wonderful team. I think that Christian was saying that without a strong team, you cannot do anything. It's, of course, it is like that. I mean, it's the only way to do things. And this kind of cake you see there, it's really a tale, a story that we have been creating. So Christian was speaking about orchestrating or shaping the the idea of an industrial cluster, we have tried to do that. So our association is Machine Tools 1946. Okay, we have done some other things since then to 2011. But in 2011, something really special happened. We merged with an association that was dealing with the components for machine tools and the cutting tools. So that was an experience. It was, I mean, I was there already, and it was really, really hard, really difficult to put together two associations with different views and different ways of working, and it was really, really tough. It took us 3 years to develop that, but it was a training. So we got in shape. So in 2014, we created ADIMAT, which is our association for additive manufacturing. Then in 2016, AFMEC, that's contract manufacturing. By the way, the numbers you see around, it's the number of members we have in each one of the associations. So you see, it's been a process in which we have been incorporating or creating associations. We have created 4 different associations together with AFM5, and then also we have incorporated a couple of them. So our last 2 creations is, one, it's APTEC, this is startups for advanced manufacturing, and STEC, it's automation and robotics and digitization for our sector. And then the distributors that were the enemy of the manufacturers, they joined us last year. So what we have created is actually an ecosystem. It's a place to be in which we can share opportunities. And so at the beginning, it was just a vertical value chain, only competitors. Now we have all the actors around advanced manufacturing or advanced manufacturing technologies. As you see, the turnover is not very high. I mean, it's the multiplying effect of our sector is huge. So there's no car that can be produced without the concourse of machine tools, or no windmill. But actually, the total turnover of the sector is kind of small. So this is our explanation why we are strategic. I mean, it's the impact is huge. So these are the industries we serve. So, yeah. And then what we do and what we have created also. So these are our services. Very similar to what you do. We do lobby, of course. We don't have that power. Automotive sector has got a lot of power we don't have. So we have to go with real reasons to the administration to try to convince them to do the things we think they have to be done. We have a really strong markets and export promotion department, in which we do a lot of things also around technology and research and around talent. I mean, you see some other things. Cooperation, of course. It's the reason why we are there. But the 3 big activities is helping our members go international, make research and development, and also promote talent. And some little examples. When we say going international, we participate together with our members in 18 different trade shows every year. We organize 21 missions, trade missions with our members every year. When we speak about R&D and technology, we are involved in putting together different companies to make research projects that last year were 70, and in size or in budget were more than 93 million. Okay, so that's the size of what we did. Or around talent, we have a platform in which we are trying to put together companies that need talent, also people that are looking for jobs, also training, and also the image of the sector, because it's very difficult to put through a message about advanced manufacturing and the interest that it's got for society. It's not sexy, so we need also to do that. So last year, in our platform, we managed 500 offers. During the last 7 years, we have managed 700 scholarships in different companies. So yeah. So I don't want to bore you. So these are the services. What we have created along all these years. So the strength of putting together all these capacities. For instance, one result is we have the biggest industrial show in Spain. It's the Machine Tool Show in Bilbao that is held every 2 years. So it's a huge show with 450,000 square feet of net space. That's huge. This is one only one pavilion, one part of one pavilion, so multiply that by 6, that's our trade show. We created also a foundation to foster cooperation among our members in R&D. So we have people going into different companies to try to get ideas and to try to manage to make common projects. And you have seen the results before. We also, in 1976, we created a conference about advanced manufacturing. It's already been 24 editions. We have around, it's a small one, it's around 600 attendees along three days. Next one is going to be in October 2025. Something interesting about talent, we created also an education center. It's both a vocational training center and also a university. Numbers are, you have them there. So it's 300 students in technical vocational training. Only we do technical vocational training. 200 students in university studies, it's engineering. And 2,000 workers, this is probably the most important thing. They go through this training center in short courses, 20, 40 hours, to overhaul their knowledge. We like our history, so we have a museum, which it's really, really nice to visit because it's a living museum. All the machines, almost all of them, they are made in the Basque Country at the end of the 19th century, beginning on the 20th century. And as you can see, they are all connected to one single motor with the axle and the bells. So they are all of them. They are in operation. They work. It's like an old factory but working. So it's really interesting. We also set up a cluster office within the Eureka program. I don't know if you are aware of that, but it's a European thing. And what we do is we make calls for international R&D projects in cooperation. So what we do is we call the projects. When we receive the projects, we evaluate them independently and we label them. And then each financing agency in each country is financing their companies. Okay, so we have already made 8 calls and we have mobilized around 200 million euros with this activity. Platform, I already told you. And then new things, 2024 already. So we have created this year Iberian American Federation. So this is, we have lost contact with Latin America. I mean, this is something curious, but industrial-wise, we don't have so much contact with Latin America. Technologically, they have dropped back a little bit. So we are trying to recover that connections through creating a federation to try to cooperate in advanced manufacturing technologies with them. So we have put together Mexico, Portugal, Argentina, Brazil, and Colombia. Yet we are trying to incorporate more countries to try to speak in the same language, try to do something together. And the last thing, this is going to be finished in 2025. It's a foundation to use our senior talent. So there are a lot of people that they get retired, 60, 62, 63, that they know a lot about things, markets, or I don't know, maybe we have somebody that has been living in China for, I don't know, 15 years. They retire, so that knowledge is lost. So we want to use that knowledge to help SMEs that sometimes they need this experience, and it takes a very, very long time to discover the ways around. So this is our last initiative. And again, and I think that Christian said this, I mean, what we do is everything that comes out better by cooperating than by going by yourself. This is what we try to foster. So this is, for instance, one meeting we do every year with all of our members. And and it's a real success. You can see this is a really huge auditorium and it's always packed. So thank you very much for listening.